Hey everybody, Mulkey Films here. Just wanted to share with you what I learned when I took apart my flip Mino camera, and just wanted to try to share some of my thoughts with you in case you're trying to take one apart. This should help you. I definitely made some mistakes along the way, so hopefully by watching this video you won't make the same mistakes. So the first thing that I did was, whoops. So I've got this guess you'd call it a candle holder, and when you take the screws out, make sure you put them in here. And also I took it apart on a piece of cardboard, or even if you have a tray, that helps because those screws are very small, and once they come off, it's really hard to find depending on the surface that you're working on. So once I actually took apart the flip cam, I've got it apart here. I was really careful prying up the bottom. Wanted to preserve the sticker. Some of the flip cams you'll see out there, people will just forget that part and put the screws right through the sticker, which is, if you can avoid it, I don't know, just one of those small preference things. One of the screws I believe is right here, and then the other one is, I believe, right over here, right underneath the sticker. It's really easy to peel the sticker up. Didn't have any problem, just used a hobby knife and it just came up quite nicely, and it lays back down real nice too. Okay, so when I took it apart, and I ended up breaking this pretty good when I took it apart. So when you take off the cover, there's a ribbon right here, and it plugs into this part right here, and that one's pretty tough. I didn't have any problems with that one. I tried it both ways. You can unplug it from the panel or from on here on the circuit board. Either way, it seems like didn't make too much of a difference. There's a rubber, almost like gasket, that goes around here. This is the back side of your, I guess you'd call it a control pad. And on this one it likes to fall out, so I had to put it back in. No big deal. Okay, so then when you get to this part, the screen, there's a little bit of tape on the back, and I just ran a pick, and I also had like a plastic probe tool thing that I was able to run along the back of right there. And then this whole thing slides forward, this whole circuit board slides forward. The HDMI connector, or mini HDMI connector, comes clear, and then you can take it right out. So far so good. I took the battery out of this one, and you can see there's a lot of room when that's not in there. And getting the battery up off that double stick tape on the back there can be quite challenging. And also removing the battery from the metal cage, or the metal mount, is really tough. That took me probably the longest part of the whole repair. Now, getting to the underside of this, okay. Sorry, just adjusting so you can see it a little better, hopefully. Okay, and sorry if this isn't in focus. This ribbon right here runs from the back of the circuit board to your USB, basically the switch that flips out. And I was having some trouble with this. When I put it back in, I accidentally took the lens off, which is here. There's two screws for it, which is behind this plate. Well, actually, this plate may not be very well attached, but I can just pull it off here. Okay, so those are the two screws. Your back plate comes off just like that. There's a screw here and a screw here. That goes to your lens. Do not take those off. If you take the, well, I don't know if you call it a lens, but basically it's the image sensor, sticks out a little bit from the circuit board. Once you take that off, my experience was when you put it back on, everything's real cloudy, and it's a real delicate fit onto the circuit board there. So in the process of trying to reattach that, I managed to tear this ribbon that goes to the USB connector. And so it records fine. I replaced the battery in it. It worked fine, but I couldn't get the videos off the camera through the USB. and so it basically made it no good. So just be careful of that. It's really delicate, and I haven't found a place online that sells just that ribbon. But if you do, send me a link or send me a note in the comments below and let me know, because I really like to get this camera working again. And if it's just that little ribbon, that's not bad. So anyways, everything else was pretty straightforward. There's lots of good videos on YouTube that'll help you take these apart. This is the microphone, and some of the videos say, you know, be careful not to take it out. But actually, let me grab my plastic tool here. It just goes right here. There's a little piece of foam that lifts up. I don't know how well you can see it in this light, but basically the microphone just goes in there. So if you do happen to have it come out, it's not too bad to put it back in. Oh, sorry. So, anyways, thought I'd share that with you. That's what I learned taking apart my flip Mino. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and click subscribe. Help support the channel. And also, if you're still with us, this is a circuit board from one of the earlier generation flip cams. The ones that took the double A's. And this is a dead circuit board. Got a little bit of salt water on this, and cannot get the videos off. Do not know how. I'm sure there's a way. If you know a way, send me a comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching the Smoky Films. What I learned taking apart my flip Mino camera.